Hello folks, right, I've just done a little video for the UKCB TV channel, and while that's saving, ready for the upload, I thought I'd do a very quick vlog for the old Unplugged. And yeah, I want to just talk quickly about renewable energy. Now, we're seeing a lot of protests. I think the latest was chucking tomato soup at Van Gogh or something up in the National Gallery, and they stick their hands to the road and the wall and all this type of stuff. Not really the way to win hearts and minds. I have to say I am sympathetic to the cause, but as far as renewable energy is concerned, absolutely 100% behind it. I think it is time we start to move on from burning stuff such as gas and oil, but it has to be a gradual transition, because the problem with renewables, as the sort of soundbite says, is what happens when it's dark and what happens when it's not windy. And indeed that is true, because the problem with electricity is one of storage. The only way really you can store electricity is via battery, or perhaps via capacitor, or some other way, I suppose, starting to come through a little bit, is when you've got a surplus of energy, and that does happen. Sometimes it's windy and it's sunny and the grid says we don't want any more electricity, and that electricity gets dumped. Instead of doing that, use that electricity perhaps to pump water from low level to high level, and then when that energy is needed, that high level of water is released and it turns turbines, generators, and generates your electricity. So that's a form of storage of electricity. Again, there's talk of using surplus electricity to fill up tanks with compressed air, and then when you need that electricity, that compressed air is released again, turning generators, turbines to release that stored electricity, so to speak. Again, there's another one out there where surplus electricity from renewables is used to lift giant weights, and again, when that energy is needed, those weights are released, again turning the old generator to create electricity. Problem is, again, a lot of people are saying we need a combo. That's done. We need a combo of nuclear and renewables. Absolutely. But usual sort of thing you're seeing through from the politicians, and it's laughable. All this talk about it's all going to be ready for 2030 and all that type of stuff. Just look how long it's taken to do the Hinkley Point, the new nuclear power station at Hinkley Point. Donkey's years, okay? It takes donkey's years to do anything in this country. A place near us, it's taken 30 years just to reinstate an existing railway line. So to suddenly say we're going to roll out a load of nuclear power stations and a load of things like renewables, okay, the wind turbines, there's quite a few around already, solar farms, again, you get conflict between different types of ecologists, environmentalists. Some people say we can't have a solar farm there because it upsets the wildlife, and the other ones say we need the solar power, etc., etc. Same with the wind turbines. Some people say they're unsightly, some people say they're bad for the bird wildlife, etc. So even those people are in conflict. So it takes bloody years to get anything done, years and years and years. Again, just imagine trying to get the planning through, for example, to pump a lake from low level to high level in order to store your excess renewable energy for when it's dark and for when it's not windy. So it's way off, but certainly there needs to be some sort of transition. I totally get that there is something going on with the climate. I'm not sure whether the temperature change is more to do with just a natural ebb and flow, but certainly I'm totally with the eradication of microplastics that are out in the sea. And I don't know if you've noticed as well, the actual insect wildlife is way down on what it used to be. I hardly ever see a butterfly these days. When was the last time you saw? I think I saw one all over the summer. When I was a kid, the flowers were covered in them. I hardly see bees anymore. And something I've pointed out to a few people, in the summer, if you went up the motorway, you'd come off the motorway and your windscreen, your windshield would be covered in bugs. Not one bug. Came all the way from Devon, not one bug. All the way from Wales, not one bug. So where are they all gone? Insecticides, whatever. So something's up. We do need to transition away from burning oil and gas, but it has to be a gradual transition, and it cannot be beyond the realms of modern technologies to make sure that stuff that is burnt doesn't emit a load of crap up into the atmosphere. So it has to be a gradual transition. Don't listen to the politicians. They're always full of sound bites, and they're all there just to try and get whatever votes they can from whatever type of viewpoint that's out there. So realistically, it's got to be a gradual transition, and the storage of electricity, surplus electricity, for times when it's quiet, calm, no wind. In fact, when it gets too windy, they turn the turbines on just to free spin, because if they spin too fast, they can catch fire. So when it's too windy, you're not going to generate much. If it's not windy at all, you're going to generate nothing. And when it's dark, you're going to generate nothing from solar. So it's all about storage. It's all about storage and the creation of these nuclear power plants. Don't forget, for donkey's years, back in the day, everyone was anti-nuclear, anti-nuclear, anti-nuclear. Too much listening to people in general and not enough concentrating on the real issues. And the stupidity of importing all that gas from a hostile, and it's a hostile state of Russia, especially into Europe, was ludicrous. So we do have to ask the question, what the hell is going on as far as energy policy over certainly recent years. Anyway, I thought I'd just fire that one out. This is ready, so I'm going to shove that up on my other channel, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers, everyone.